If you are a U.S. veteran and you have successfully obtained this retiree's visa and currently retiring in the Philippines, please share your experience below. I would really appreciate it. My name is Jocelyn. For today's topic, I am going to discuss the SRRV or Special Resident Retirees Visa for U.S. veterans. The Philippine government administers different visa categories depending on the purpose of your visit to the Philippines. Usually, the Bureau of Immigration provides these visas. However, for purposes of retirement, the Philippine Retirement Authority provides a special non-immigrant visas for retirement purposes. First things first, you can only obtain a resident retirees visa when you are in the Philippines. Now, you needed to comply with the immigration entry requirements before even obtaining this visa. You need to understand that there are different laws and regulations for retirees visa. And as I've mentioned, you needed to comply with the immigration entry requirements when traveling to the Philippines. U.S. citizens do not need a visa when traveling to the Philippines, and you are entitled to a 30 days of visa-free stay in the Philippines. However, you also have an option of securing a visa before traveling, and you must use the online visa system. And then you can submit your supporting documents to the Philippine consulate abroad or embassy that has jurisdiction over your residence. Now, the Bureau of Immigration will check your immigration entry requirements. You must have a valid passport that is not expiring within the last 6 months or must have a validity of more than 6 months and you are not blacklisted. Now, the Philippine Retirement Authority is a government agency in charge of issuing a special resident retirees visa. First, how do you obtain a retirees visa in the Philippines? Now, you must understand that there are different requirements. First, you must comply with the age requirement. As of today, the age requirement in obtaining a resident retirees visa for U.S. veterans is 50 years old. Second, you must also comply with financial requirements. I'm going to discuss all of the requirements later on in this video. Next would be documentary requirements, which you must secure before traveling to the Philippines. Also, all the documents that you will be presenting for approval should be authenticated abroad. So I will also discuss this later on in this video. You must also decide whether you are going to do it yourself, meaning to say you will have to obtain all the documents and then have it processed by the Philippine Retirement Authority without the assistance of a marketing partner or an authorized agent, or are you going to need the assistance of an accredited agent for easier processing? Now, what are you going to prepare before applying for this visa? First, you must secure the documents when going to the Philippines, meaning to say you must have these documents before even traveling. Second, you must comply with the immigration entry requirements in the Philippines. Now, there are two types of retirees visa for armed forces officers. The first type is the SRRV courtesy, and then the second type is the SRRV expanded courtesy with dependents. The difference is that the second type, you must apply with dependents. Let's talk about the SRRV courtesy. The first requirement is that you must abide by the age limit or the age requirement. The age limit is 50 years old and above, and that you must be a retired armed force officers of foreign countries with existing military ties or agreement with the Philippine government. The second requirement is that you must comply with financial requirements. You must have a monthly pension of at least $1,000, either from the Social Security or military pension. There is a visa deposit of $1,500 if you have a dependent. Now, the visa deposit includes the principal applicant and 2 dependents. If you have additional third dependent, there is an additional visa deposit of $15,000 each except for former Filipino citizens. So it means that you don't need to put up a deposit of $15,000 each if you are a former Filipino citizen. So children must be below 21 years of age, unmarried, and must be legitimate or legally adopted. Let's move on to the basic requirements. You must have a valid passport with valid updated temporary visitor's visa. You have two options. You can secure a visa from the Philippine consulate, and then the single entry visa is valid for 59 days, or arrive in the Philippines visa-free for 30 days. Second, you must accomplish the PRA application form. The application form can be found at the Philippine Retirement Authority website, and you can download this and fill in with your personal information. Also, you must provide family member information if they are also included in the application. Also, parents' information, date of arrival in the Philippines, and also your educational attainment and your plans or future actions in the Philippines, and also the employment in the last 3 years. You must also understand the terms and conditions, and there are also specific excluded aliens, and they are not eligible to acquire the SRRV. Also, you must understand that there are other requirements that will be asked of you during the processing of your application. Here are the basic requirements too. You must provide original valid medical clearance, and it must be authenticated or apostilled abroad. And then you must also provide original police clearance. And if you stayed over 30 days from the date of your last entry, you must obtain an additional NBI clearance. You must also provide photos, 8 pieces, 2 by 2. And then the visa deposit must be inwardly remitted. The processing fees will be 1,400 for principal applicant and 300 for dependent applicant. As I've mentioned earlier, there are excluded aliens, and they are not eligible to acquire a resident retiree's visa. If you have a conviction of a crime involving moral turpitude, so there are interpretation of a crime involving moral turpitude. For example, if you are a registered sexual offender in the US, you will not be eligible to receive this special resident retiree's visa, and the Philippines has a way of determining your type of conviction abroad. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. And if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.